They don't need another dashboard. We want to actually be doing the things we need to do social selling wise, mostly writing comments, analyzing our performance day to day better, which means faster, more targeted, more efficient. So that's the story of how we built Aware. It was just solving a problem that I, as a social seller, needed solved, and we discovered that other people wanted it solved too. There's no automation in Aware as far as like taking the same template and just sending it to 100 people. That kind of functionality, we didn't build that. We could. It would take a day to build that, but we've just intentionally chosen that, like, hey, there's enough of that on the market. That's not what people need. That's what people may say they want, but the buyers in the other end, they don't want that. So customers don't want to be outbounded like that. So we built what your end customers will love, pretty much. Well, I'll show you what I had been doing before I had Aware, which is to open up LinkedIn, and the LinkedIn algorithm is going to decide what I see. So maybe I have an Excel spreadsheet with specific people I want to load up, in which case I'm going to a spreadsheet. I'm loading up a bunch of tabs. And my Chrome is going to start looking like this with just tons of tabs open, which reminds me of my first sales job where we had no automation tools and had 30 tabs and all the leads were calling. It takes a while. Now, if I use the feed to figure out who I want to engage with, then, well, great. I got a big selfie from Luke Shalom. Love Luke, and there's an ad, there's Dan, another ad. That's quite the face, right? So I'm getting whatever LinkedIn wants to show me. And as you know from social selling, whatever LinkedIn decides to show you is not the same thing as who you have planned to want to reach out to. So when we think about Aware, the difference is that I'm going to create lists of people that I want to engage with, either based on a specific list of people I specify or based on what they're talking about. These are some of mine. Like I have a social selling list, for example, where this will show me all posts with the keyword, the hashtag social selling in it. I have one of agency people in it. So just other agencies here, and I'll see all their posts. So what this looks like is I'm building custom or curated feeds for myself. Like if I go to this agency feed, I'm seeing only posts by people who run digital and branding and RevOps agencies that I've specified. So I've put all these people on a list, and I just have one feed with no ads, just showing me their posts. If I go to another feed, for example, the social selling feed, this is any post that I did not specify, but it has the keyword social selling in it. So not every post would be good, but I can skip the ones that I don't like and engage right here with the ones I do. I can do that as myself or one of the brands that I control. So we should engage with someone here. Let's just do a practice to show you how efficient this can be. Let's engage with Claudio's post. We'll pick this part. Boom. Okay, so maybe that was like 10 seconds to like read a post that had a certain keyword in it, for me to write a quick yet somewhat thoughtful comment and then respond to that post. That's the main thing I do in Aware every day. And I use the tool all the time. Is there's no way I could do, I don't even know how many comments I do. I'll just, let's see in the performance tab how. Yeah, okay, so 532 comments left in the last 4 weeks. It's over 120 a week. So that's a lot. The only way I'm able to do that is because Aware helps me be really, really efficient and targeted with my commenting. So again, the main thing I do in Aware is to create these custom lists, either by topic or by specifying people. There's a few other feeds as well. The community feed is the same thing, but it's all the posts by people who engage with me the most. So if you engage with me and my posts, your post will show up in my community feed. So the purpose of doing this is to just say thanks to people that engage with you and to keep the momentum going on their content as well. Amy Volas is a good friend of mine, and it's always good to engage with her content. This post came out 8 minutes ago, so I should definitely write her a comment. So we have some, oh yeah, go ahead.
So this was a very good example, because from what we know, the LinkedIn algorithm also monitors like who is engaging with you and are you engaging back in order to show your posts to these people in the future. So if you stop engaging with people because maybe you don't even see their posts because they don't do a good job in terms of promoting it for the algorithm, with that feature, you can make sure you have these people still on your list. You don't have to really like think about that. You will still look with them. The other thing is you just saw, we did this example, we saw that Amy posted something 8 minutes ago. So I got the question in the last days, like, but I can do this with Sales Navigator. So with Sales Navigator, this post might be shown to Alex 20 hours later. So there's no way that you can manage to really get like time critical updates on these posts. You will get all the posts, but you have no control when Sales Navigator will show this to you because they are building it in a way that you want to read the information, but it's not about engaging with the people. And as we know, like the first 1 or 2 hours are really where the sweet spot is if you want to really go into conversations with the people you engage with.
Zoran and Alex, can I ask a question?
Sure.
It looks excellent so far. I don't know why my camera doesn't work. Okay, here it is. What Zoran just said was that hits. I call it. That's where the beast sits. When somebody publishes something very valuable, and I would like to comment on it, and I'm number, let's say 867, I will be drowning somewhere. However, how do you make sure that I get this kind of push notification that Zoran also had in ConnectionMate, so that, for example, Alex, you posting something which would be of my interest because I have the topic, or you're part of my community, and how long will it take your system to send me a single, oh, Alex has written something on #social-selling?
Good question. We don't do a push notification at the moment. There's no app version. It's just the desktop. And in terms of how long it will take, not as long as Sales Navigator. I admit that it won't be real time. So technically we can't ping LinkedIn's API second to second. So we could do that, but it would be unwise as far as just your account because humans don't do that. So typically speaking, I'll come and just check the feed at a time when I know most people are posting. I have a bit of a different take. I enjoy commenting on the first hour on someone's content, but the other thing to remember too is when you comment, say 2 hours later or 8 hours later, everyone else who already commented will get that notification that says, Klaus also commented on this post. And that doesn't happen as much when you're first. So it tends to be a mix of posts. I mean, I can just show you so Amy was 9 minutes ago, but this was an hour ago here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're rounding. This is it could be like 45 minutes.
That's fair enough because I mean because that's what I would expect from such a system, but that's fine. I mean, nobody expects like every 20 seconds to get send out a big message.
I wish.
Okay. That pretty much answers the question. Thank you.
But we have more, Alex.
Yeah, we want to look at a couple more things.
Yes.
As far as, and then we'll go over kind of the special offer as well. If anyone here uses Salesforce or you have clients that use Salesforce and you're using this on behalf of them, we can push all of these types of activities to Salesforce as completed tasks, which many of them who are in larger companies or sales operations roles tend to really like that. So that's something we don't have to go over that in depth now, but keep in mind that that's there. For those of you who are getting a good amount of engagements on your posts, you'll know that keeping track of your own comments and responding to them is very difficult. So like these are all comments on my posts that I have not seen or responded to, which I never know about that. And so I can always just come in here and then respond to comments on my own posts, which is super helpful.
The good thing is here, once you reply to that post, this will, just like a to-do task, this will disappear, right? So you will only see what you haven't responded so far. So it also helps you to organize your activity.
Can you show this one more time? It was a bit quick, Alex. If you go, so do I understand that right? So I just saw that like 30 comments open, something like this?
That's just on this one page. So you can kind of see how I can either like and skip, or I can actually just, so I responded to 5 comments in several seconds. I mean, I don't always say something, an essay, a novel in response to a comment on my post. But when I get through this, I can actually, well, it'll go more to the bottom once I scroll through and finish doing all those. And then Bianca says, can I see all comments also if not tagged? This is your comments on your posts, regardless of whether you're tagged.
So
And
all comments that happened below your post, they're all subscribed to this list.
Right. Yeah, so this essentially what we're doing is we're giving you all sorts of useful lists in different configurations. So, community is those that engaged with me, posts by them. Replies is actual inbound comments I should respond to. Influencers is just out of the box, pre-configured lists by industry. And then my list is just custom, whatever you specify you want. So we have many different ways of getting you the type of lists to engage with that make sense, to avoid having to have these spreadsheets and bookmarks. And also maintaining the spreadsheet is a giant pain. A lot of people who have these big spreadsheets, it's a lot of work to maintain, take people on and off, log whether you've talked to them, have they talked to you. And then Klaus, you said comments on your post. Yes, no, so this section is comments on your posts, not other people's posts. The last thing that's interesting that I use somewhat often is I look at the inbound and outbound engagements with various people. For example, Pablo is a great fit for my agency, VP of marketing at a SaaS company. Brianna is a good fit for Aware. I think she might already be using it, and so on. So I can suppress somebody if they're not actually a lead, but I go through this and look at who should I follow up with, right? I should probably follow up with Brian Forrester because he's showing up in my inbound engagements, but I haven't engaged with any of his content. So this says, okay, I should probably, send him a DM, comment on his posts, and so forth. Same thing with Yehuda. He hasn't bought from us yet. So, okay, I'm going to go and he's commented on my post 3 times or liked my post 3 times. Great. I'll go comment on some of his and then I'll send him a DM. That's how I use this. So I think we covered all the relevant Aware features. Does anyone have any specific questions before we go into the special offer we have?
So from what I hear and from the reactions, from what I see, we got some interest here. So I think I was right to partner with the right people. So you can do all these things. You will be way more effective by doing that. It's exactly the community building that we want to do, and that is bringing really like the reactions. So now you might want to see like, okay, if that sounds something you would like to try, maybe we can explain how this actually works. So it's a Google Chrome plugin. So you need to have a Google Chrome browser, which you probably all have because you wouldn't use ConnectionMate before. And then it's a subscription model. It costs $39 if you buy it on a monthly base, but you have some huge discount if you buy it on a yearly base. You have even a huge discount if you buy it until this week. It's like 40% off. Like, so overall you will end like with $25, I think, a month for that. But what we want to offer you actually is a special offer for only the ConnectionMate users, for you that you are interested in, and you want to switch to that.
We want to make it we want to make sure that you're very well taken care of and have plenty of time to transition your workflows, get help from us in getting your lists transferred over to Aware. And, admittedly, we're a small company. We're not a giant company, but the benefit of that to you is the customer support is really good. I am customer support. I am sales. I am the co-chief product manager along with my co-founder, Mac, who will step in if I'm, out or on vacation or something. So we wanted to offer the normal 7-day free trial and then 98% off your first month. We tried to get it so it's $1 for your first month, but Stripe wouldn't let us do exactly that. So it's 98% off. If you decide to continue after that, there are the normal range of kind of discounts that Zola mentioned. And we include our course for free as well. If you decide you want to set up a trial too. If you forget to either use the link in the email sent to you after the webinar, you can use the code ConnectionMate. And if you forget both of those things, you can just tell me and we will enter it in on Stripe on the back end. So there's no way to forget getting this offer, and we'll just take care of you and take care of whatever you need if you need it. So essentially the idea is to give you plenty of time.
So if you want to go with it, I also have some kind of special for you. If you start with Aware, in January, I will start a social selling routine challenge. The challenge will be, I have this social selling circuit training, and I will have a course for the next 40 days. So you can start with creating social selling routines, and our tool for that will be Aware. So if you sign up for that, you can join this course. We will have once a week an online meeting where we will go through the routines, through content, through engagement, and some other stuff, some analytics stuff. And I will be your host, your guide for these 40 days without any additional fees.
Cool. It's exciting.
So that is the offer, that is the tool. Now, Tamara asks me, what is with the list in ConnectionMate? Okay, so Tamara, we have some lists in ConnectionMate. You want to know how you can like export all the tags, all the notes. I've built something that helps you export that. It's not beautiful, but it works. But I have to show you how to do that in detail. So this solution is you export the lists. You will have this in a CSV file, so you can put it in Excel, and then you have to create actually these lists new wherever you want to use that.
If you need help getting those lists into Aware, just let me know, and we'll, really just can kind of take care of it for you. But there is a way to bulk upload profiles onto an Aware list, so you can just kind of export it from ConnectionMate and then do a my list, specifying people, bulk upload, paste it in, and then it's pretty straightforward. But just hit me up or use the chat if you need help with that too.
Yeah, thank you, because I have a lot of notes talk as well. So more, as the list is not so huge, but there are more the notes. But yeah,
okay,
we'll find out. We'll figure it out. So sure. Zoran, you're going to send the link at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
The link for Aware I'm going to send you right after if you haven't found it. But for the migration tool, if anyone else needs that, because you're the only one that actually required, I will do this with you. So we will have a one-on-one, Tamara.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
And Bianca has a question about the engagement list. So it's about how far can we go back to see like the engagement. I think so. If Tamara or if Bianca installs that today, how far will this be tracked back? Will this be tracked back for the last 5 days or just from today, because we're tracking this?
We can see, as far as if it's posts on a list, that would be 2 weeks ago. If it's your performance data, we can go back as far as you want. Sometimes I like to look at my posts from 2017 and see how those did. But
2017, okay.
Yeah, you can go back as far as you want with post data. It's kind of interesting to see what I was posting about, what was doing well back. Remember before we had other reactions apart from, just like, we have that all in here as well. My first startup in 2015 didn't go anywhere. Yeah, you can see all this kind of post data from 2017 when I was getting 11 likes on each post. So yeah, there's plenty of data going back there, but in the lists, it's 2 weeks. Replies, I think, is longer. I don't actually know how long replies goes.
We go to top leads. So I think this was the question. Last 30 days.
Yeah.
But as you're using the app longer for 30 days, we have the data. So if someone installs it at the beginning, is this something that you will grab back, or does this needs to be within the app to be measured?
This will populate going
Okay.
back. So we'll look
Okay.
at your recent engagements as well.
Yeah. We haven't shown the analytics part, Alex.
I did.
Very quick, maybe,
Right.
because I don't know if we already crashed your.
I guess not. Well, yeah, I can. I mean, this is essentially if you've heard of Shield app or things like that, this essentially does all that. LinkedIn has pretty good analytics right out of the box, but there's some things it doesn't do. You can't look at your whole team at once. So I can look at me, Ken, and Mike, and Rocky all in one place. I can look at their posts too, as well as mine.
And also,
so
you can pick dates, right? So, for example, you had a very
Yes.
good post and you want to see, okay, how does my profile views increase because of a very good post? Then you can just pick a date and say, okay, I want to see it for the last 3 days and not 90 days, and I need to recalculate left and right.
Yeah, exactly. So you can pick custom date ranges if you want to see just a certain place here. And for example, I one of my posts did really well, so I can kind of put that in context. Is there anyone here who is doing this for clients, or is everyone just working social selling for themselves? Do we think?
Maybe you can help us in the chat. Is anyone doing this for clients here?
No, okay. Well, if you're on a team, or you're recommending it to a team, or if it's just you and your co-founders, there's kind of a Salesforce-like, well, visually it looks like a Salesforce dashboard, where you can kind of see, I am doing more comments in this period than before, and I'm doing way more connections than Ken. So this is kind of like a sales manager type of dashboard. Who needs to message more prospects? Like, this is a truly incredible amount prospects messaged, but yes, so there's all these kind of analytics in there. Again, you can get some of this with LinkedIn, but some of it you can't get comments written really anywhere else but with Aware. So if you want to track your actual total amount of engagement, there's no other way to do that apart from manually logging that. So we just wanted to make that automatic for you.
Cool, great. So a lot of stuff, and I'm not sure, did you mention you're giving the social selling course, the legendary social selling course from Alex Boyd?
Yes, constantly adding to it. I have more content I need to add. So once you're in, you have lifetime access, and I'm recording more content, hopefully soon, once I can get some time to sit down and do more. But there's 2 hours and change of video. There's some guest appearances from other social sellers who talk about their method. So it's not just all me. And it's all about the methodology behind how to do social selling in the way that's worked for me, at least. I know there's many different takes and styles, but this is like how I've done it. And we just cracked the $5 million sourced from social selling last month. So on to 10,
which is
goal.
Incredible. Alex, thank you so much. It was really insightful to see all the features, also of what the aim is, and also to see like your dashboard, like from someone who's really busy and managing an agency, but still working with that methodology, still very effective working in social selling. Thanks a lot for sharing this. I will message you the code. If you want to join, feel free, be invited. I will also be someone who you can touch upon, because I will support Aware with sales teams. You saw the analytics part. This is what all the sales team needs. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your appearance, and yeah, happy social selling.
Happy social selling. Great to partner with you, and thank you all for joining.
Thanks.